All right, guys. So here we go with the craziness that is Rome. And let's see if I can get through this in 10 minutes. All right. So Rome is divided into two different time periods. You have the Roman Republic, which was from about 509 BCE to 27 BCE. Then you have the Empire, which is from about 227 BCE to 476 CE. So the Empire is going to be around a lot longer than the Republic. Rome officially becomes a republic in 509 BCE, when you have like the two consuls who were the rulers who were elected by the patricians, which are the upper class. And then you have the Senate, who are supposed to kind of represent the interests of everybody else. The plebeians, which are the lower classes, they're actually represented by a tribune in the government. Another thing that the Roman Republic government does is they're going to create what are called the 12 tables, which are pretty much like the foundation for all Roman and Western laws, like right to trials, like that kind of thing. Notable things that happened during the time of the Roman Republic. Rome is going to go to war not once, not twice, but 3 times with Carthage, which is Rome's rival in the Mediterranean. And they are right down here in North Africa. These were called the Punic Wars, the most famous of which was against the Carthaginian ruler Hannibal. I can never say that word. Who sailed across the Mediterranean with his elephants and tried to invade Rome, and that didn't work. And then Rome later goes and burns the city of Carthage, annexes all their territory, salts it so nothing can grow again, and so like you pretty much can't find it on a map anymore. Yay, Rome. Later on, there does get to be a civil war in Rome, and y'all watch that with the Crash course, where you have Crassus, Pompey, and Julius Caesar, who all kind of form together to form a triumvirate after the Civil War, which was caused by the strain between the patricians and the plebeians. Ultimately, Julius Caesar is the one who takes over out of the 3 members of the triumvirate. He was dictator for life. Before that, was a great military leader, conquered all of Gaul, which is up here in Europe. He invaded Britain, and then ultimately he gets stabbed 23 times on the steps of the Senate and dies. So after he dies, he names his grandnephew Octavian as his successor. Octavian was part of the second triumvirate. He defeats his rival Mark Antony and Cleopatra, becomes the first emperor of Rome. He's going to rule for 45 years, changes his name to Augustus. And his rule was a monarchy disguised as a republic. He wanted to make people think that the republic still existed, that people had the elected representatives in the Senate still served them, but in essence, it was a monarchy, and he was the one totally in control because he ended up centralizing all political and military power under him. All right, so as far as the Roman Empire is concerned, the 2 major cities are Byzantium, which later becomes Constantinople, named after the Emperor Constantine, in the eastern half of the Roman Empire, which was a crossroads for trade in the Silk Road. And then you have Rome, the city, which was the capital of the western half of the Roman Empire. Rome reaches its height during the 2nd century, and as it expanded, because of the roads that connected the entire empire, you had all the different soldiers and bureaucrats and merchants who moved and settled new cities, and so that's going to help expand the empire. Like I said, as far as the Roman imperial government is concerned, they projected military power over the entire empire using techniques such as diplomacy. Whenever Rome would conquer an area, they would allow them to keep their customs and traditions and offer them the potential of citizenship, which is why people allow themselves to be conquered by Rome. Like I said, I'd already mentioned the roads, which pretty much connected everything, the thousands of miles long. Rome's also going to develop fortifications and walls to help protect their city. So like they have a wall in Britain to keep barbarians out. And then ultimately to kind of help build up their military, they start using new groups of people to help like fill in the ranks. So like you have local populations, they start using mercenaries and things of that nature. So I'm going to pause right here with part 1, and then I'll come back with part 2 so that I can make sure I cover everything for y'all.